Hey guys, I don't know if anyone's here yet. It doesn't look like it. Sorry, Rocco the Beast is barking. Let me just switch this to... I am just switching my YouTube so that I can see the chat if anyone wants to join. Hey guys, anyone here? Oh, it looks like I've got a few people. Hey Kyle, awesome. I'm glad you got to join. I'm just trying to get my YouTube window open so I can see the chat and also see myself a little bit here. Hey movie chatter. Okay, I'm situated. Did you guys hear Rocco barking? Somebody came to deliver the paper because I'm doing this kind of early. I realize that. Corey K. Love you, Amy. Think you are awesome. Thank you so much for what you do. Your intro is great. Love your Terrifier review. Love your channel. Thank you. Thanks so much. I appreciate that, Corey. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of do a brief live thing. Say thank you for everybody that's subscribed, and I went over 1,000, and I've actually gone up already like 47 more people. I have no idea how this is happening, you guys. No idea. But I wanted to just live stream with you all and say, see if you guys had questions for me. Maybe we can talk about movies we've seen and stuff like that. I've watched quite a few independent movies lately that I really liked. Yay, it's your day off, Kyle. That's awesome. Kyle, I laughed so much at your comment about how you get nervous about making videos too, but you just get loud, really loud. I cracked up at that because it's funny because you do get kind of loud at times, but that's okay. I like it. It's fun. Let's see if I should move this up. Nah, that's good enough. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and say thanks to everyone for subscribing and all of that stuff. But yeah, and I just wanted to see what you guys were up to this weekend. If you had any plans. Ghost Stories was actually pretty good. I don't know what that is. Movie chatter. Oh, the movie. I've been hearing about that. I have not watched that one yet. I'm trying to think of what I watched. I watched a movie last night called Cemetery Gates. And it was directed by a guy named Roy Nyrum, and he is a special effects makeup artist. And it was a pretty good movie. The practical effects were fun. The acting was pretty bad, and there was some stuff that was kind of funny because it was so bad, but so bad it was good, kind of a thing. But yeah, it was a good one, Cemetery Gates. I kind of wish it had more atmosphere though. Like I was really looking for a nice foggy cemetery, and I didn't really get much of that. You just rewatched the two dentist movies. Those are fun. I have not seen those in years. I definitely need to revisit those myself. Um, yeah, so anyway, I just thought we could kind of like BS for a few minutes until, well, it's actually 5 now. So I could take a photo of myself here and post it. So if people want to join, they can. Um, Yay, Amy, you made it. I'm so happy. Amy, where are you at? What country are you in today? I was just posting a picture to my Instagram to let people know that I am live. Um, this weekend, Angelina and I are going to finish this big video. Oh, that's awesome. I am looking forward to seeing that video, Kyle, because I know you were talking about it, and you're like me, you like to film things, and um, you are you're in Bran, Romania. Wow. Isn't that where Dracula's castle is? Romania? Kelly Ann. Hello, Amy. Love your channel. My favorite quote from your channel is my name's Amy. My name's Amy. Yeah. Yeah. I get a lot of people who enjoy the my name's Amy thing, and it sort of happened accidentally. Because when I first started my channel, I would say, hey guys, welcome to Amy's Autopsy Report. You know, I'm Amy. And then I don't know what happened, but it turned into my name's Amy. And now I get people who do impressions of it. In fact, I'm thinking about making that part of my giveaway, that if anybody, like, they get an extra entry if they, you know, put it in their story and tag me and say, my name's Amy. Amy, you're going to be the only one whose name is also Amy. So no one will get it when you say it. But yes, I just am putting this on my Instagram real fast here so people join me um, in case they forgot. And then that's it. And then that's it. No more phone. Except I do have a couple questions that people sent me. Oh, wow. It's advertised to tourists as Dracula's castle, but technically his real castle is a ruin on top of a hill in a remote town that no one ever goes to. What? I want to see the ruin on top of the hill, unless you can't get to it, unless you can't get to it safely. Right. Your name is Amy. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know where that came from, but it just sort of happened, and it stayed with me, and people seem to, for whatever reason, they like that. Um, but yeah, I did get a couple questions. I thought I would just answer those briefly. Um, like for somebody that probably couldn't join in, I'm guessing. Kim Lehman asked me a whole bunch of questions. What is your take on censorship in horror movies, and who is your favorite director, and what is your favorite horror movie? My favorite horror movie is The Evil Dead. Actually, all three Evil Dead, the franchise Evil Dead, is my favorite. That one has just always been my favorite for a long, long time. My favorite horror director, that's pretty tough. I am a big fan of Sam Raimi, obviously, because of The Evil Dead, but I'm also a really big fan of George Romero because I love all the zombie movies and stuff he did. I'm a big fan of Lucio Fulci. I like me some Italian horror. Um, and my take on censorship, I am actually not a big fan of censorship in general. I think personally it is the job of the parents to censor things. I mean, you know, I think that so much censoring happens here in the US that it changes people's perspectives on reality to a degree. You know, whereas in other European countries, it's not a big deal for people to be topless on a beach or to be naked in a magazine or whatever. At least to my knowledge, it's not a big deal over there. But here, it's like everything's made to be such a huge deal. And I grew up in a time where rated R movies were like, there was nudity, there was drug use, there was like, I mean, they just didn't care in the 80s. And because nobody really talked about it, like I saw all that stuff as a kid. So yeah, I'm not really a big fan of censorship. I think it's the job of the parents, not the motion picture, not the MPAA. That's at least my opinion. And then my best friend May asks me, when are you getting a lab coat? Because she says that for Shark Week, because all those shark movies always have they always have some like lady that looks like a model who we're supposed to all believe is a scientist, a marine biologist. So she says that I should be wearing a lab coat. When am I getting a lab coat? You know what, May, I will get a lab coat for next Shark Week for you. And I see you've joined the chat. Legitimate question, right? I'm sure everyone else in the chat couldn't wait to hear the answer of when I got a lab coat for my channel. I'm sure that everyone was waiting on that to be answered. So that's all the questions that I got from people that I don't think could join. So yeah, if there's, my name's Michael. Michael, welcome. I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Amy. I love your channel. Just out of curiosity, did you leave LA because of all the superficial bullshit? No, Robert, I did not leave LA because of that. There is a fair amount of that, though. I actually left LA because my sister had a baby, and I was only going to be able to see my niece like once a year. And so I really honestly moved back to have a relationship with my niece. An embroidered lab coat. Yeah. An embroidered lab coat, a lab coat with rubber gloves snap. Welcome to Amy's autopsy report. Right. A rubber snap. A rubber glove snap. That is hilarious. With my name's Amy on it. Right. Right. Yeah. I would have, yeah, May, with that sticker you made me that says, hello, my name's Amy. I could put that there. Okay, I was wrong, May. Everybody clearly is concerned about a lab coat for my YouTube videos. Embroidered. Kyle wants a rubber glove snap when I do it. Yeah, so I guess next Shark Week, I will be a marine biologist. That is awesome. You are such a good person. Wow. Well, thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. I try. I definitely try. So have you all watched anything interesting? I watched, like I was saying earlier before some people joined, I watched a movie called Cemetery Gates, and it was pretty good. It's kind of low budget cheese, but it was good on the practical effects because the director of it was an effects artist. So, you're going to have top-notch effects when that happens. But yeah, so that was a good one. It was like not high on the list of like, how do you want to say it? Like there wasn't enough atmosphere for me. But it was excellent. Terrifier equals terrified. Art the Clown to me gives the big three run for their money, or the sackhead kid from Trick or Treat. Amy, that's my autopsy report. You're the best. Terrifier was excellent. I am afraid of clowns. I am so scared of clowns. And I'm telling you what, that guy, man, he traumatized me in that movie. I need to still check out A Quiet Place. I've heard good things about it from a number of people, and I just need to get it and watch it. Um, Amy, what did you think of Terrifier? I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of gore in that movie in Terrifier. The Uninvited 1944. Ooh, I've not heard of that. I will definitely have to check that out. Hell of the Living Dead, and it's scary how much was stolen from the original. It is. It is. They stole a lot from that one. I need to check out the Uninvited 1944. There's an Uninvited from the 80s. I wonder if that's a remake then. If it is, I didn't know that. Hey, Token Dave. Amy, you're right. Art was scary. I think art was scary to even people who are not afraid of clowns. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of what was one of the other ones I watched. Oh, I watched another movie called Vampire Wars, and somebody, I think there was a guy on my Instagram page informed me that Vampire Wars was apparently supposed to be a TV show, and which makes sense because there was like a lot of weird, unnecessary drama in Vampire Wars because it was about vampires in space. So it was pretty funny, and it had like it had some good practical effects in it too. It was a good one. You like the thicker version of the clown Terrifier and All Hallows Eve. I like big butts and I can't lie. Yeah, it was a different guy that played Art the Clown in All Hallows Eve, I believe. Token Dave, do you have a favorite horror anthology movie? Oh wow, that's a hard question. Wow, that's a really hard question. Definitely some of my favorites would be Creep Show, Twilight Zone the movie, um, Trick or Treat. Um, I have some. I have a really old one called The Asylum, and it's on VHS, and I think it might go by another name, but it's a British movie. It's a British horror movie. Oh no, there's another good one called There's a movie called Tales from the Crypt, and it has some excellent stories in it. That's a really good one. It's not Tales from the Crypt with a crypt keeper. It's a movie called Tales from the Crypt. Um, that's a really good anthology. I love that one. It's an old one. I like Halloween 3 too. You know, a lot of people don't like Halloween 3. Halloween 3 kind of had to grow on me a little because of the whole absence of Michael Myers thing, but I actually really like it. We were talking about clown. Those figures look really good, Kyle. Like the NECA figures for the 90s, Pennywise and the new Pennywise, they look really good. Like excellent sculpts on those. So are any of you going to go see Predator this weekend? I really want to see that. I also need to see The Nun. I've heard most people that I know have enjoyed The Nun for what it was. And I don't know. I think it'll be fun. I like the Conjuring movies and I like the Annabelle movies and but Predator, I've always been a pretty big fan of Predator also. He's just a cool like creature, alien monster thing. And probably I don't know. I usually go to the movies with one of my friends and it depends on her schedule more than mine usually, but because I don't like to go to the movies by myself, guys. I know some people like it. I don't like it. I like to go and have the experience with somebody because to me it's way more fun. I mean, I can watch movies here all the time by myself. Yeah, I know. I need to see The Nun. That's such a creepy movie. How about body bags? Do not see the nun. If you do, bring a flask. I take it you did not like the nun. I do like body bags. That's another good one. Neither of the movies are playing in your town, Michael? Wow, I thought my town was small. Your town must be even smaller. Yeah, I love I love all the movies from the Conjuring universe. I think that they're just like they're fun. They're just fun. Plus, you get the whole like perspective of uh Elaine Warren. I forget the guy's Dave Warren. No, that's not right. What's his name? The Warrens. But I can only remember the woman's name, Elaine Warren. You get their whole perspective of all of that. Have you read any of the Predator comics? No, I have not read any of the Predator comics. Ed, that's it. Ed and Lorraine. Dave. Dave, good old Dave Warren from the Warrens. Um, yeah, that's what it is, Ed. I knew I would remember it once you guys said something. I knew Dave Warren didn't sound right. I've always wanted to go visit the Warren like museum, like Elaine Warren has her museum of oddities or whatever. Amy, that's a place you should go on Amy's Crypt. You should go to the Warrens. Go to the Warrens Museum. Or maybe you've already been there. Yeah, that would be fun. Are any of you going to be in Texas in 2 weeks for Cult Classic Convention? I know a few people I know said that they were going to go, but I wasn't sure. That is your bucket list. That is on your bucket list. Yeah, I'm sure you will go there sometime. Annabelle freaks you out. Dolls are scary. Dolls are scary. I used to have a bunch of these porcelain dolls up in my room that like my mom and my aunt got me like throughout my childhood. And when I moved back here, I put them all in a bag in the basement because I thought for sure they would murder me in the night. So I don't have any dolls in my room. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'll only be at the convention for Saturday because I'm going to visit my friend and so we're going to do some other things too, but I'm sure it'll be fun to meet up with anybody that I end up coming across there. I do hear them at night, movie chatter. I do. That's why I sleep with night lights and stuff. Just because of Amy's autopsy report, just subscribe to Amy's Crypt. Showing the love to the Amy's. Good day to all. Got to go to work. My name is. Thank you, Corey. You will not regret subscribing to Amy's Crypt. I'm telling you what, she goes to some creepy places. Smart move. uh, yeah, May, it is a smart move because like I could die because of those dolls. Um, it seems like all the major conventions happen in Texas. Have you met Derek Mears? He's hot. You know what? Derek Mears is pretty hot, but I have not met him. But you know who's even hotter than Derek Mears? Um, Ken Kurtzinger, who was Jason in Freddy versus Jason. He's pretty hot, guys. Like super hot. And he's also like 7 feet tall. Yeah, there are a lot of big conventions that happen in Texas. Amy, you're probably going to be the one that finds these dolls in the basement. Like long after I'm gone, you're going to come to my house and visit and be doing a video, and you're going to find the dolls in the bag. And I hope for your sake that you can get out of there and you don't stay in there. You love dolls, but whenever anyone sleeps over, the first thing they ask is, can you put the dolls away? Yeah, dolls are scary. Dolls and clowns. Right. You'll be you'll be making Amy's Crypt will be making a video on the ghost of Amy's autopsy report. Ken Kurtzinger, yes, please. How about young Liam Neeson? I'm not too big into him. I'm not. I mean, he's a great actor, but he's not he's not like my favorite. I like Bruce Campbell, guys. And guess what? Bruce Campbell is going to be at Texas Frightmare Weekend, and I could possibly die in line trying to meet him. Jordan Peele wants to remake Candyman. What are your my initial thoughts? I'm not against people doing remakes, but my initial thought for somebody who wants to do a remake is, why are they not coming up with a new horror movie of their own? That's my initial thought. Because now I did not see the movie Get Out, which I know Jordan Peele, I think that's the one he directed, isn't it? Get Out. I didn't see that movie. I've heard really good things about it. To me, it looked more like a thriller than a horror movie, and I'm not a real big fan of thrillers. They're just not my favorite. But I don't understand why, because as somebody like who went to film school, I I could write a script. I could write like I could if I made a movie, I would have other movies lined up. Other like, you know, other movies lined up. I don't understand why anyone would just immediately go to a remake. I mean, and who else are they going to get to play Candyman? Tony Todd is perfect. So pissed that Venom is PG-13. I don't, it kind of annoys me when any movie is PG-13. If it's like a comic book movie, well, a comic, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never really been a big fan of the whole rating system. I'm, um, I'm just not a fan of the rating system. I much prefer things be rated R, but then obviously, most parents aren't going to be able to take their kids to that. Um, oh, Kyle, I was hoping you'd be in Texas this year or next year. How about Jason Momoa? Yes, I do like Jason Momoa. He's he's basically perfect. Um, there are a few. Yeah, there's a lot of good remakes. I actually like a lot of remakes. I just don't understand why that's the first like inclination for some directors to just like immediately go towards the remake. The Fly is excellent. The Thing is excellent. Some of the Night of the Living Dead, the Night of the Living Dead remake that Tom Savini did is excellent. Dawn of the Dead, I like that. I mean, I like a lot of remakes. I am always wondering why that's the first choice for people. I would think if I was going to direct a movie, I would want people to see my style, not me rehashing someone else's. That's just my opinion. But like I said, I don't mind remakes. I just don't understand why that's people's first choice is to go that route. But yeah, Jason Momoa is pretty well perfect, in my opinion. My friend Manda from Mander McFlanders, she met Jason Momoa and she said he was awesome. Man, that would be awesome to meet him. Hey, Johnny. No worries, man. I knew that some people here in the States would probably be late to join because of people getting off of work. Token Dave. No, I do not live in Texas. I just know a lot. I just have a lot of friends in Texas, and so I tend to go down there and kind of kill two birds with one stone and meet up with friends and go to horror cons. Right, Amy, I agree. I like the nostalgia and I like remakes. I mean, I like some of the remakes. It's just I would like to see some original ideas, especially if it's a filmmaker I really like. I would really like to see their take on horror in general and for them to come up with a different idea. So, I mean, that's just kind of my opinion. I know. I need to like get on the ball with some of these newer movies. Like I still have not seen Hereditary either. Kane Hodder tossed him in part 8. That's funny. But yeah, I'm excited for Halloween 2018 too. I'm excited for that. I would like to see that on opening day, but if I go see that, I'll probably end up having to go by myself. Why do I not know any horror fans in my town, guys? Oh, sweet. Yeah, you guys will have to let me know what you think of the Predator. You know, I know some of the Predator movies are better than others, but I like them all really. I even like a crappy Alien versus Predator, and I don't know. Clowns are evil, yes. What did you think of the Rob Zombie versions? The first Rob Zombie Halloween remake, I actually really like it. I like his take on it. I did not like part two. And the main reason I did not like part two is that they made him talk. That was my issue with part two. But I enjoyed the first remake he did, especially the unrated director's cut. That's a better one. Hi, Jakari. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Honestly, I think that the film studios push directors into remakes. I think you're right, Michael. I think they do it. If they sign a picture deal with a studio, that you're probably right. That the studio then typically has control to some degree over what they do. Or sometimes they'll just make a remake to get out of the rest of their contract. I've heard of that happening too. But yeah. That's why sometimes I like the independent filmmakers because sometimes, yeah, their movies don't look big budget and yeah, there are flaws and sometimes the acting's not good, but you get all that heart, you know, you get all that heart. Um, hey, Zachary, do you feel movies rely too much on CG? Yes, I definitely feel movies rely too much on CGI and not enough practical effects. Um, Thelma and Louise or Ripley? Like, which do I like better? Ripley. I enjoyed Thelma and Louise too, but I mean, come on, Ripley. Yeah, I definitely think too many movies rely on CGI and not enough practical effects. I can handle some CGI. CGI has its place. I just think it's better used as a tool for cleanup than to create around. I mean, I'm not saying it's not an art form. To me, it just never looks as good. And some of the fun of an 80s horror movie is the blood and guts. But yeah, that's a lot of times why I like independent filmmakers because yeah, like I said, their movies have flaw. There's just a lot more heart there. They they created everything. They didn't have big studio money. They weren't being controlled by a studio. Um, and that's why I try to support those people because that's kind of where it's at, in my opinion. You meant like on my side, who would I want? Ripley. Because I think if we get into a bind, Thelma and Louise are just going to drive me off a cliff. Ripley would at least, we could at least fight to our death. Um, yeah. So what? I'm trying to think of what else is coming out. Like somebody sent me a trailer the other day. I think it was for like a horror Christmas musical. I'm trying to think. I think it was Horror Man Cave sent it to me. And it looked pretty funny. Because every year, what I've done the last couple of years is do all Christmas horror movies for all of December, and I'm thinking about doing it again. I think you know you were going to ask why you think you like B movies more than mainstream. I don't necessarily like B movies more than mainstream. I appreciate that the independent filmmaker has more control, and that oftentimes the B movies are at least an original idea and not a remake. Um, but I like plenty of mainstream movies. I mean, if you looked at my collection, you'd see a ton of mainstream movies. Sometimes I kind of lean towards the B movies and the independent films is because less people are talking about it. Um, I'm kind of not sure. That's why I didn't do a review on the Meg, because everybody did a review on the Meg, and I kind of think to myself, with all those reviews going on, do people really want my opinion on the Meg after they've seen like 45 other people review it? So sometimes that's why I stay away from some of the mainstream stuff. And I try to introduce people to some other things that maybe they've not heard of. But yeah, there's plenty of mainstream stuff I like. I mean, I love the Friday the 13th franchise. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. I do like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, even though I feel slightly traumatized when I watch it. um, yeah, yeah, it would be great to have an independent like creature feature, like a good one, because a lot of times they end up being crappy because well, you don't have the same level of special effects. But I watched a decent a Bigfoot movie called Primal Rage. The effects were really cool in that movie. Like they did a really good job, and it was shot really well and everything. But the story was like atrocious. You had no clue what was going on. You worked on indies before, right? Like indie films? Yeah, I have worked on little short films, everything from film school all the way up to plays. I've worked on plays. Most of the plays I worked on, I did special makeup effects for. Um, and most of the film stuff I've been on an effects team when I've worked on those. But yeah, it's fun when you get to work on an independent movie. The thing that sucks about it is that there's never any money, so you have to make everything out of nothing, but it's a lot of fun. And you don't have executives like breathing down your throat either. Like I've worked on things before that were for television, and then you've got these people coming in and scaring everybody because it's got to be done now, and that's kind of a not that fun of an atmosphere. But yeah, I have worked on those things before. There's a few that review big name movies over and over just for views and not for passion. That's why I love your channel, because you don't just do Halloween and Friday and those things. Well, thank you, Johnny. I do love those movies also. And sometimes I don't know, I kind of feel like you're beating a dead horse if, like, 700 people are talking about the same thing. Um, and Speaking of Bigfoot films, have you seen Exist? Yes, I have, Michael, and that is a good one. It is fun. You met Jason Momoa, cool guy. That's awesome. Willow Creek. I have not seen Willow Creek. That title sounds familiar, but I know I haven't seen it. Is it a Bigfoot movie? I think it's a Bigfoot movie, right? I've not seen Willow Creek. Would I ever review Jeepers Creepers or House? You know, I should. I like the Jeepers Creepers movies. I actually did do a review of part 3, which was my least favorite of the franchise. Um, but I didn't hate it as much as everyone else hated it. And House is excellent, but what do you think of Kubrick's The Shining as a horror film? I think I think it's an excellently made film. Stanley Kubrick had some of the best cinematography in his films of any kind of filmmaking. Some of his cinematography that he utilized was so well thought out and well done. As a horror film, I feel like it's not only a horror film, but it's a psychological horror film. But it's an excellently made film. From the cinematography to the location, the actors were all top notch in that movie. The special effects were excellent. Now, it varies. It's a lot different than the actual book, which I've read, but it's been a while. I did not see that newer Shining one. Um, Robert Baldwin. Have you seen the Creep films? I did see the Creep films. And you know what? I thought they were scary. That guy creeped me out so much. Right, Kyle. I agree. I didn't hate it, but it definitely was not my favorite. But not total garbage, no. I did have to laugh at some of the weapons in part 3 of Jeepers Creepers because they looked like they were from Walmart. They had like plastic Walmart weapons. Hi, Nicole. What's the best Bigfoot movie you've seen? Wow. Well, I liked Exists a lot. It's found footage, so if you have a problem with that, you probably won't like it that much. But I also like The Legend of Boggy Creek. That's a really old one from the 70s, I think. There are a lot of really poorly made Bigfoot movies. Primal Rage was a lot of fun. If you can get past the terrible story, the story was atrocious. Token Dave, Lucky, I think, due to his Hawaiian roots, he really appreciates people. Yeah, really. That's a big advantage of living in New York City that you just get to see Jason Momoa wandering around the city. Yeah, I'll take it. So this is kind of cool. I'm seeing a lot of like people that I don't normally talk to all that much in my comments and stuff. So I'm that makes me happy, like that you all joined and stuff. And Amy, if you're still watching, I appreciate you joining from across the pond. I know I have no clue what time it is for you, but it's got to at least be midnight or 1. I love Legend of Boggy Creek. I know it is like a G-rated horror movie. I don't think you realize how funny you are. I love when you said that you were in LA, but you are in Ohio. Oh, you're talking about that video, Robert. I did wasn't it? I did a video. I made a video and I was talking about how hot it was. Um, it was really hot that day. And I was like, it is so hot here in LA. And I had no clue. And then I was like, wait a minute, I'm not in LA anymore. I'm in Ohio. Yeah. Yay. I'm glad, Amy. Hey, Dead Real. That's right. Yeah, I had forgotten about that video I made where I said I was in LA, but I was really in Ohio. Yeah. Sometimes it happens, guys. Sometimes it happens when I've had not enough sleep. I lived in Los Angeles for a lot of years, and so it took me It took me a long time to like stop saying things that no one says here. Um, like I would say, wow, it's like I would say I was going to go to Ralph's, which doesn't exist here. It's Kroger. It's the same store, but yeah, I remember Bigfoot from the $6 Million Man as a kid. I don't know if I remember Bigfoot from the $6 Million Man. You're hilarious all the time. Well, thank you, best friend. Um, have you seen Smash the Skull? No, I haven't, Johnny. Is that a Bigfoot movie? Speaking of oh, I was thinking, speaking of Bigfoot, where's my friend Owen? But he works third shift, so he might be sleeping. No, I've never even heard of Smash the Skull, so I'm not sure what that is. This is fun to do this like in the middle of the day, you guys, because like I get up really early, and so doing these in the evening or late, I'm just like not coherent anymore. I'm tired and I just can't hang. Can't hang with the kids. Got to go to bed early because I usually am up early, but it's Friday, so I don't have to get up early tomorrow. And plus, it's only 5:41 in the afternoon, so I don't have to worry about it. Are you guys excited about the fact that fall is coming? Because I am excited about it. Have you visited the? Yes, I have visited the Cinerama Dome in Los Angeles, Mario. Bigfoot was a robot on the $6 Million Man. The found footage Bigfoot movie is called Exists. Did you like Troll Hunter? I loved Troll Hunter. I feel like that is such an underrated movie. Troll Hunter is excellent. I forget what country it's from. If it's Belgium or I can't remember what country it's from, but it is such a fun movie. If you haven't seen Troll Hunter, it's definitely a good one to watch. And I think there's an American remake. Don't watch that one. Watch the foreign one. Fall is your favorite time of year, Kim. Yes. Kim, I answered your questions earlier. Whoa, you guys are going so fast. I can't keep up. Let's see. Troll Hunter. Yes, Exists is such a good one. It's a comedy horror and it's a home invasion movie on Amazon or Netflix, and it's awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out. I did not watch Hush. I should though. I forgot about that movie. You like everything Blair Witch could have been. Yeah. Willow Creek. Oh, Willow Creek is the name of the. Wait, guys, what is Willow Creek? I'm gonna Google it because I can't keep up with what you're saying. Um, Hush is about the deaf girl. Yeah. Hi, Black Rose from Phoenix. I maybe you're. I know. I own the movie Troll Hunter. It's good. It's a good one. It's fun. It was so fun. It was. I don't know if I'd really consider it horror. I guess it's kind of a creature feature, but Willow Creek. Okay, I'm googling it right now because American Mary is a good one. I agree, Cam. Hush is super great. You'll love it. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and then I kind of just I forgot about it. Everybody talked about it, and then that was it. Okay, I googled Willow Creek, and a church came up. I don't think that you guys are talking about that. I mean, I could be wrong. Are you guys trying to tell me to go to church? Oh, it is a Bigfoot movie. Willow Creek Bigfoot. Oh, that's a Bigfoot story. Willow Creek is by Bobcat Goldthwait. Oh man. You don't like fall? Oh, crazy crap happens to you all the time. I'll see it. Yeah, I'll see it when it comes out on tape, May. You're right. As soon as it's released on VHS, guys. um, okay, let me type this in. It's not that movie about. Oh no, I've not seen this. It's got good ratings though. I'm gonna have to check it out. Willow Creek. I found it. I finally found it, guys. I did not realize holy crap, he did direct it. He directed, didn't he direct Shakes the Clown also? I know he was in it, but yeah, he did. Police Academy. Who knew? I had no idea that Bobcat Goldthwait was such a filmmaker. Um, I'm gonna have to check it out. It looks like Willow Creek. I'm not sure if either one of them are on Netflix or Amazon, Johnny. Have you seen the VHS lights? I have. I have seen that. I think it's a girl over in the UK that makes them. I think. But they're very cool looking. It looks like something I could honestly make pretty easily, to be honest. I'm just not sure I'd ever actually do it. If you like Westerns, Hostiles is really good. I do like Westerns. Is it Western horror or just straight up Western? Speaking of Western horror, have you guys seen The Burrowers? I've heard that one's good, and I just haven't watched it yet. That's what I thought. Nancy's Jars. Nancy's, yeah. Um, there's also a bad Western werewolf movie that, for whatever reason, I seem to like. It's also on Prime. I think it's called Blood Moon or something like that. But yeah, I mean, you guys are awesome. Thanks for joining me. I wasn't really sure if anyone would be able to join since it's so early in the day here in the States. But I want you all to know that I appreciate you um, subscribing and giving me in like taking your time out for me and stuff. I'm not on Letterboxd. I should be though. No, but I watched Motel Hell last night. That's a good one. What did they say? There's a lot of critters in Farmer Vincent's fritters or something like that. Exists with Shudder. The Monster was pretty good. I've not seen Knock Twice. Is the Monster the one where the girl is like got that kind of that mother that she doesn't get along with and they're in the car and all that? I really liked that movie. The only thing that a couple things I didn't like. I wanted that monster to be a lot bigger than it was. And the monster was a little too small for me for whatever reason. But also the mother was like, she was just like, okay, we get it. She's a bad mom. They just kept like driving that point into the ground a lot. It takes all kinds of critters to make farmers. Yeah, that's it. Motel Hell frustrated you? I think it's a fun one. Yeah, it takes all kinds of critters to make Farmer Vincent fritters. Farmer Vincent's fritters. It's so gross. So gross, guys. Why? Especially since I don't even eat meat. So like all those movies that with the cannibal undertones are that totally grosses me out. But I still watch it. I do Motel Hell anyway. Texas Chainsaw Massacre grosses me out too. It's pretty disgusting. Are you guys into like the true crime stuff? Uh, they're remaking Scream. That's not even from the. Well, I guess neither is Candyman. I knew they were remaking Pet Cemetery and Candyman, but I guess I didn't know they were remaking Scream too. Hmm. Knock Twice was better. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll probably watch them, but if they're just going to remake these movies and then make them all like PG, then it's just a money grab, in my opinion. But I'll probably watch it. Do you think Eli Roth is overrated? Yes, I do. He is not my favorite director. I really liked Cabin Fever, the first one, and I did like some of the sequels. Um, and I also liked he didn't direct Clown, but he executive produced it, and I did also like Clown a lot. I did not like Green Inferno. That movie was terrible. I can't think of what else he's directed. I know he's directed. I think he directed Knock Twice, and I haven't seen that one. You love true crime, Black Rose? Sometimes I like it. Sometimes it makes me not be able to sleep because those people really exist. Alice Sweet Alice is a good old creepy slasher. I'm trying to think of what else Eli Roth has done. Most of it, oh, Hostel. I didn't like Hostel either. I don't like torture porn stuff. Um, you know, I think Eli Roth is a huge horror fan, which is a big plus. I just don't know that it translates well to his projects. Got to get back to work. Thank you, Johnny. Thanks for tuning in. Knock Knock was not as bad as everyone makes it out to be. I have not. That's one of his I haven't seen. I Cabin Fever so far out of the movies he's made is the one I like the best. Yeah, true crime is pretty fascinating, and I did see that he is doing an AMC next month on the history of horror. I don't typically watch TV. My favorite Universal monster is hands down the creature from the Black Lagoon. But I like a lot of Universal monster. I like those movies. Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, um, The Wolf Man, Dracula. I like all the Universal monsters, but my favorite is Creature from the Black Lagoon. And I've probably seen that movie more times than I've seen most movies. What about you guys? What are you guys' favorite Universal monsters? Creatures, creature. No pancakes. Hi, Nightmare Files. True crime like 48 hours. I don't know. A true crime is kind of like, I don't know if 48 hours was true. Maybe. It's mostly like serial killer documentaries and like how they solved different crimes and stuff. Dracula and Frankenstein, The Wolf Man. Yeah, my brother-in-law gave me this shirt. Shout out to you, Emmett, if you're watching. He's probably not watching. He'll probably watch it later. Gotta say, yeah, I've never been to that area. It would be cool to visit. Frankenstein, May, you like the wolf? Yeah, that's right. You do like the Wolf Man. Dracula is your favorite. to have played Dracula as Christopher Lee. Yeah, he was excellent. I used to watch a lot of those Christopher Lee Dracula movies when I was a kid. They were fun. The blood always looked hilarious, like red paint. Some say Bride of Frankenstein is better than Frankenstein. I don't know. It's pretty good. Frankenstein, I always felt like the whole Frankenstein story was so sad. I mean, it's really a sad story with like with the monster, with Frankenstein's monster. It was sad. I really liked Dracula a lot too. I was a big fan of Bela Lugosi Dracula. Wolfman is your favorite? I do enjoy the Wolfman. Ready to have your mind blown? Never seen any of them. Zach! Well, some people just are not into classic black and white horror, and I get that, you know. I'm not into torture porn and I'm not into thrillers. So I usually avoid those. Lugosi is your favorite? I have a good story about Lugosi. I actually used to work with, yeah, I like the Abbott and Costello meets Dracula or meets Frankenstein movies too. Um, I used to work with Bela Lugosi's grandson at one of my jobs for like years. And he invited me and some other friends. We used to hang out fairly regularly. And he showed me some amazing Bela Lugosi memorabilia that his family had at their house. And he gave me, like, he had a New Year's Eve party one year and he invited all of us over and he passed out these Bela Lugosi Dracula shot glasses as like a party gift for the New Year's party. And it was so fun. It was such a fun time. And I still have that shot glass. It's only been drank out of one time. Only one time. If it was not for Psycho and Clerks, you would have never gotten into a black and white film. But yeah. I mean, I watched Psycho as a kid and I loved it. And Clerks is hilarious. Does anyone here think that Sarah Paulson's hair in American Horror Story Apocalypse is inspired by Gary Oldman's butt hairdo? You know, I always thought that Gary Oldman's hair did also look like a butt. I'm glad that somebody else has like brought that to my attention because I totally agree with you. I do not watch TV, so I have not seen American Horror Story where Sarah Paulson's hair looks like a butt also. And now what I have seen of that series, I've enjoyed those shows, but I never got really into it much just because of my schedule and I can never remember when anything's on TV and all that. Which do you prefer? An American Werewolf in London or The Howling or both? Well, I love both of them, but my favorite werewolf movie is The Howling. It was the first werewolf movie I ever saw, and it has remained my favorite for nostalgia reasons, honestly. But I do love both of those. I just tend to like The Howling more, and I tend to watch The Howling more. Black and white doesn't bother you; it just makes you sleepy. Well, you know, sometimes they are a little bit slow moving, I guess, Zach. First black and white movie was The Mummy when you were 3. Loved horror ever since. That's awesome. I don't remember. I think the youngest memory of horror I have, I was 5 or 6, and it was either Jaws or Creature from the Black Lagoon. But yeah, that's my favorite. Have you seen Targets by Peter Bogdanovich with Boris Karloff? Yes, I have seen Targets. It's been a really long time though. I do like Boris Karloff. I'm definitely a fan. I totally forgot about that actually. Um, it's it's like I was thinking about this the other day. Horror movies are like, and I guess it's with any movie really, but it seems more so with horror. It's like there's a never-ending supply of horror movies. Like You could legit find movies that you've never seen for years and years. Oh, that's awesome, Kim. You got to see Jaws in the drive-in. I totally forget that Jaws is rated PG. There's like there's like all kinds of crap in that that shouldn't be PG. Yeah, it would probably be rated R. I forget that it was rated PG. You were 7. Yeah, I was like really little when the movie actually came out. I saw it later on TV at the age of 6. Um, I know it is insane. But yeah, that's how the 70s and 80s were. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. Have you seen Let's Scare Jessica to Death? Yes, that is an excellent movie. And nobody ever talks about that movie. That movie and also Burnt Offerings is another good one. Those are excellent, like Halloween movies, I think, or like October movies. Do you think that John Carpenter's Halloween would be rated R today? Yes, I do. Because they smoke pot in there, first of all, aside from all the killing, but they smoke pot in there too. Um, yeah, probably. Was it not rated R? Was that PG also? What? See, this is what I'm talking about. What was going on in the 70s and 80s, you guys? Nobody cared about any of this stuff. And now suddenly it's like nobody can view anything until they're 19. Halloween 1978 rating. You have to head out. Have a great night. Thanks for. Thank you for joining me, Amy. I really appreciate you joining me and setting your reminder and all of that. So I hope you have a fantastic evening, whatever it is you're doing. Probably something that I would tell you not to do because it's scary. But yes, thank you so much, Amy, for joining us. Oh yeah, it was rated R back then. Okay. Everyone was stoned. Maybe that was it. They're like, yeah, who cares? It's probably late for you too, Amy. Trilogy of Terror was excellent. You know, I really wish that I would have bought the Trilogy of Terror Zuni Warrior Fetish doll from that movie Trilogy of Terror when it came out as a collectible. I really wish I would have bought that, and I never did, and now it's like insanely expensive on eBay. You just subbed Amy's Crypt. Amy's awesome, you guys. Her channel is like insane. Like her videos are excellent. Excellent. Halloween had nudity? Oh yeah, it did. It did have nudity. That's right. I forgot. Amy always goes to scary locations, and I am usually always commenting, why are you doing this, Amy? Get out of there. I don't want the dead people to get you. Did you see Attack the Block? Yes, I loved Attack the Block. Um, and another movie that came out around the same time was called Super 8, I think. And I also like that one. Even though they're not related. I think they just came out around the same time. But yeah, Attack the Block is excellent. It's an excellent movie. Wow, you guys, I've already been on here for an hour. Usually I don't last that long. I can't usually sit like I can't usually sit still for that long. So this is cool. I'm so glad so many of you joined me and so many people that I don't get to interact with on a regular basis too. That's awesome. That's kind of why I like to do these because it seems like some people enjoy this kind of interaction over the commenting on YouTube. Um, oh, hi, Vanessa. You're from Australia. What time is it there? Because it's like 6:05 in the evening here. Is it like the middle of the night for you, or is it the next day? I was sad that they canceled Ash versus Evil Dead 2. Very sad. You have a great weekend, Robert. Or are you talking to the other Amy? Oh, it's like first thing in the morning for you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it is because it's real time, you know? It's real time and like it's more of a conversation and it's, I like it. Oh, that's awesome, Dave. You just found me a month ago. Okay. Yeah, for anybody that's joining me that's new, I have playlists of like if you like the movie reviews, I have playlists of all the movie reviews. I have a playlist of all of like the movie collection updates, so like DVD and VHS tapes and that stuff. And I also have a section of unboxings because when if people send me packages, I typically open them on camera and then I just add them to the unboxings list. So if you like specific things I do, there are playlists. If you want to just watch it all, then feel free to watch it all. Um, but yeah, I reviewed usually around the month of December. I do an all Christmas horror movie theme. Um, I also do um, like I try to do like little themes throughout the year. Like this year, I did the Shark Week, and then which I've done before, and then I did the back to school thing. Zachary, why did you leave Freaky Girls Live? Not enough time. Well, I had a lot of stuff going on all at once. Um, my dad was having an outpatient procedure at the time. I had a stomach ulcer and I just with work and all of that stuff and we were remodeling the upstairs of the house, I just did not have the extra time to continue on with Freaky Girls Live. I love the girls and I hope that they keep doing it. It seems like they have a good, group of people watching them and so that's why I ended up leaving. I couldn't manage everything all at once and my YouTube channel. Love Terrifier. It's my favorite film this year. Going to check out Hereditary on Video Demand. I need to check out Hereditary. I'm hearing excellent things about that. I thought Terrifier was fantastic. You got to pick up your pug. I hope. Oh, okay. I hope you have a great day, Kyle. Thank you for joining me, and I hope picking up your pug is like everything's okay with them. Makes the world seem not so big with technology. I'm a big scaredy cat. I was always scared of it, Candyman, witches. Do you watch your movies by yourself? Do you get frightened? It does make the world seem smaller with all the technology. I am also a big scaredy cat. If my best friend is still watching, she can tell you right now that I have a nightlight on in my room when I go to bed. And I was just complaining earlier that it's not enough light because I typically have a strand of Halloween lights or Christmas lights around my window so that I can go to sleep. I scare myself on a regular basis. I am always scared when I'm watching something, and I'm usually watching them by myself. Yes, I'm scared most of the time. Oh, okay, Kyle. Well, thanks for joining me, and I'm sure your pug's not happy that he had a bath, but yeah, I am scared. Candyman really freaked me out because of Tony Todd's voice and some of those scenes was just scary. I agree. Yeah, I know. I actually, it's kind of cool. I know a few people that watch my channel from Australia, just just a small handful, and then I know a few that watch from the UK, and I know one guy who watches from. His name is Johannes, and but I can't forgive me, Johannes, if he is like um, in Holland or the Netherlands. I can't remember exactly where he's from, but he watches. And then Amy, who was on here earlier, she's all over the countries out in Europe. Like she is now in Romania, but she's been doing videos in Ireland and the UK and all over the place. I never know where she's at. I think of Pennywise too when I go past storm drains. I do too. So, Vanessa, is it Saturday where you're at then? Saturday morning? Because I'm guessing you are off work if it's 7:30 in the morning and you're up watching me and not getting ready for work. It's cool to talk to people in different countries. That's kind of why I did my stream like early in the evening. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre scared me. Um, Bye, Token Dave. Thank you for joining. I hope Predator's good. When I was 10, I first watched it. I love that movie. Excited for the new Halloween movie coming out. Yeah, I'm excited for the new Halloween movie coming out too, Kim. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre scares me as well. It sort of traumatizes me. Oh, Vanessa, Amy's your sister? Yes, it's Saturday, but I'm actually on maternity leave. Oh, okay. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I love Amy. I love Amy and her channel, and like she's all over the place, and I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm always scared, and I'm always telling Amy to get out of those locations she goes to. I'm always like, I don't want the creepy like whatever's going on in those places to get you. Yeah, I always tell Amy that like we need to meet up for some Vegemite toast because I'm the only American I know eating Vegemite. Well, guys, it's been about an hour and 15 minutes. I appreciate all of you guys for joining me. I'm probably going to wrap it up here in a minute or two, unless y'all have more questions for me. Um, I have a hard time sitting still for very long, and it's been over an hour. um, but I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your Fridays to hang out with me for a little bit, and I just always have fun when I do this. So I appreciate you all joining. Um, so yeah, if you have any more questions, go ahead and type them out to me here, and I'll answer them for you. And then I'll probably go in about 5 or 10 minutes if you know, unless nobody has any more questions. Thank you, Zachary. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, that's awesome. Doesn't seem like she's so far. Right, exactly. I do love Vegemite, yes. I do love Vegemite. And she said that she has a hard time finding it where she's at sometimes now. I told her, I said, if you had a post office box or something, I would just send you some because I order it from Amazon. I have to have it shipped to me from out of the country. Thanks for being a great host and congrats on the channel growth. Thank you so much. Have you seen Dead Hooker in a Trunk? Yes, I have, and I loved it. I like the Soska sisters, and I like their filmmaking. And Dead Hooker in a Trunk was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, Vanessa. I hope you have a fantastic day, Vanessa. Oh, thank you, Michael. I do miss the town folk. I do miss some of that interaction too. It just kind of became too much for me at the time, and I had to bow out. But they're going strong, and they've got good people on there. I'm looking forward to their remake of Rabbit also. And I'm typically not usually excited for remakes, but when it's a director that I'm a big fan of decides to take it on, then I'm much more interested. But still, I still wonder, why are they not making something original? You know. But yeah, I'm sure they'll make it interesting for sure. I'm crunching ice cubes. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. Maybe I'll come back as a special guest. Sure, if they want me. um, I will talk to you guys later, and I might try to do more often, like little live streams, because I always have fun with these. It's just I got to try to always pick a time that's going to work for me and work, as best I can for people who want to watch. But thanks to all of you who joined, and thanks to everyone who subbed my channel, all the new people, all the people that have been with me forever. I really appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you like these videos, no, I'm just kidding. I will talk to you guys later. And yeah, oh, I know what I was going to say. Before I go, if those of you who are not on Instagram, really consider joining, because I am going to be uploading some like mini movie reviews only to Instagram. I'm not going to stop uploading to YouTube, but I just was thinking about uploading some mini videos to IGTV just to try it out, just to see if anybody wants to view there. So if you join Instagram, you can see those videos. It's kind of like extra content without, it's not Patreon or anything. So nobody's being charged. But join Instagram. You can see the exclusive videos if you'd like. And so yeah, that was the last thing I wanted to bring up. And thanks again, everyone, for joining. And I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.